Hello everyone, and I apologize for the delay. I accidentally hit start recording instead of start streaming. So let me run through what I've been talking to myself about for the last minute and a half. And that has to do with 1.2.7. If you are on PC and you are on Steam, you have access to 1.2.7 right now. Oh, and thank you for joining back up again, Isaac. Thank you for the support. I almost forgot that. I said that in the one before, but didn't actually get recorded. So you have access to it now. You just got to go into Steam, properties, beta, you got it. If you're getting on PC, hey Jamie, if you're on PC through one of the other companies, I believe you should have access to it right now. If you are on PlayStation, I have heard multiple reports that some people have it and some people don't. Hey, Miguel, hey, what's up, sup? My only thing that I can contribute that to is the fact that different parts of the world are getting it at different times. That's the only thing that I can put that to. If you are on Xbox, you still do not have access to it as of about 1 hour ago. I believe it is the last time I checked. You are awaiting Microsoft certification. Don't let anybody on YouTube tell you differently. There are quite a few videos out there that talk about it being live on console, and they have 12 to 20 minute videos in which they mention it for 30 seconds to a minute and don't give you the information. You do not have access to it as of an hour ago. There's only one group of people that know when you're going to get it. And those are the people at Microsoft, and they're not telling you. So don't be lulled into a false sense of security when you see a clickbaity title or a thumbnail from somebody saying that you're getting 1.2.7 for Xbox. It's not there. I mean, once I hear about it and get confirmation about it, I might put out a 1-minute video or just an actual community post to let you guys know. But there's a lot of misinformation out there. Don't let people lead you astray. It's not available as of an hour ago. I know you guys are really getting eager to play it. I said before that I felt Tail World, and I mentioned this in a previous stream, that they should have come out in about 1.2.3 or 0.4, made it live, tell everybody that there are going to be some bugs, it's not entirely stable, and that would have given you guys access to it 3 months ago. They decided not to do that. So right now it's out of Tail World's hands. There's nothing they can do. You're stuck with it right now that you have to just wait. It's the entire patch itself. This is another thing people are having a common misperception of. Why is it 15 gigs big? The reason why it's 15 gigs big for a lot of you guys is because you are getting everything contained in the beta branch, not that 1.27 update, that little tiny update. You're getting everything from 1.20 up to 1.27. That's why it's so big. Do I like the patch? Very much I do. I think they made some really good changes in it. The block chance has been fixed. That was a bug. The kingdom elimination system is good. I've had decent work with sieges. There are still a couple bugs out there, but all in all, it's not bad at all. And I do recommend to all you people that are on console or have been playing the live branch, the beta branch, the live 1.16, to definitely try it out. It's fun. The only question will be PC users with mods. None of my mods broke that are in the description. Was up Z. So everything that you see down in the description is good to go and works perfectly on 1.27. I can't say that for all mods because I know some are probably still broke, as they want to wait till there's a live branch, which that runs me into the workshop videos. I made a decision on what I'm going to do on workshop video. Workshop videos, I am only going to release on a live branch. because of the way that Tailworld does these beta branches, you can, if you opt into beta, you will only get patch 1.2.6. You cannot get any other 1.2 branch before that. So any real workshop video I do before that is 100% obsolete because you can't access the branch. So therefore, I'm only going to be doing them once they go live, which I am currently working on 127's workshop video. I hope to have that out sometime between Thursday and maybe Saturday. It's tough because I spend over 30 hours testing as much as possible. So I will have a workshop, and I will have most likely a caravan video upcoming here very soon. So I hope I got through everything I needed to get through. And now I think we can get to the game. That we have all that done. So hopefully that answers everybody's questions, but definitely don't get lulled in that false sense of security by clickbaity titles and thumbnails from people on YouTube. It's not going to do you any good. Yes, what happens is, Jaro, because of the massive changes, hey Dusk, they had a about 6 to 8 month problem with depositing of prisoners. It finally got fixed. Now all AI, including your own clan parties, when they enter a fief, will sell. And this I did contain in my update video in one of my beta branches. Just to let you guys know, check out the beta branches. I give you this information. Whenever you enter any fief, and that includes, weirdly, a castle, all prisoners are sold, regular prisoners, and AI lords are deposited into the dungeons, no matter which one you enter. So if you enter somebody else's town and you have prisoners in your clan parties, they will all be gone. 1.26 to live, there wasn't hardly any changes. But still, I'd rather be on the live branch because this branch shouldn't be touched. So they only did about 5 or 6 things, and some were multiplayer. So there wasn't that many changes. So if you any fief you go into, they're going to automatically sell every prisoner, which is good because now they gain roguery. However, AI lords will be deposited into those dungeons, even if you don't own the fief. Remember that very carefully. That is also a great tactic for you to use. If you're in this army and you capture a bunch of prisoners, if you go to your town, the AI will deposit those prisoners in your dungeon. So that's how that new system works. I like it. I think it's good. But, you know, you don't get many prisoners now. You're just going to mainly get lords. Here's where we sit so far. In our last episode, we didn't do too good. We ended up losing Sayanon. We did get Ortesia. We did expand a little bit. But this is really bad. Botania. Oh, yeah. Botania always does. They're doing somewhat okay right now. They have lost a couple fiefs, but they have gained a couple. These are empires. But Botania is going to get wrecked here really soon, especially if they go to war with me. They're still one of the weakest kingdoms. Botania and Sturgia are the 2 weakest. They're going to get steamrolled every game. It's just naturally going to happen. What we need to do is we need to get Apis. What happened in the last episode is my boy, I would assume it's him. Nope, he's Southern Empire. We'll go with him. There we go. Okay. So with him, he had Ortesia. And I could get him for, it was like 7 million, but when I took Ortesia, he's now gonna pay me. As you can see, he is gonna pay me to defect. So I had him in my castle, but he escaped. So we have to go track him down because right now I am only taking high tier clans. I don't want to have to put up with a lot of them, so I'm taking tier 5 plus clans since they have 3 parties. So I'm taking it kind of slow. And we need to figure out, where is he at again? Sayanon. So I need to go to Sayanon because I need to go get him. And then we'll have to watch out. What do we got going on? Oh, just Valandia. Look at Valandia steamrolling again. Boy, they need to do something about that. PlayStation guy, hello there. Do you have access to the live branch? Wondering about that. Since I've heard conflicting reports from PlayStation people. Yeah, we got prisoners. Okay, so I don't actually know how it works if you go into a friendly. Does it get rid of prisoners? This I actually need to test. So we're going to test this with just one person. I honestly don't know how this works. I know if you go to a friendly one within your kingdom, you get rid of the lords. Oh, wow. Max got 4. So I'm going to actually test this out right now. I think I was going back to my fief to drop these off. All right, he's got 1. So let's go into town and see what happens. They'll gain roguery for selling prisoners. There's your roguery. She did not deposit them. And the AI did not deposit them. So they will only deposit lords into friendly dungeons. So that is great. I know you people are finally... Okay, so PlayStation has it. I know you guys on Xbox are really, really bummed out right now. And I wish I had an answer for you, but like I said, don't listen to misinformation that's out there on YouTube. Don't do it, guys. It's not available. It's not going to be available. So just don't do it. Is he a prisoner? He is. I'm not at war, so I can break him out. So I need to break him out. I don't have cheat console on, I don't think. Let me make sure I don't have cheat console on. No, I don't. Okay. Just took a bit to load. It's taking longer to load than I would expect. We'll take veterinarian because siege medic I think still doesn't work. And we're going to go with extra troop. You know, Hawk, it's really hard to say this in the right way. I don't know what's going on, and a lot of people on YouTube don't know what's going on, but they're just making videos to get viewed. I saw one video today that discussed console commands for you console people, the cheat menu, and it was dealt with for about 30 seconds of a 13-minute video near the end in which you weren't even shown the command. It's very tough. When I find out information and I can verify that information, then I bring it to you. But I'm not going to bring speculation. I've done that in the past and I've done it recently. And that's why when somebody asks me, is it going to be out? Then I'm just going to say no. I don't know. And it is true. I don't know. I can't honestly tell you that. So I'm not going to BS you guys. And I didn't want to do that. It's not out yet. Jeez, oh, Pete. Are you kidding me? Holy cow, 12,000. Yikes. Is it based on how much money you have now, too? Wow. You know, I don't like dunking on other people, but I do my best to give you the most relevant information in the shortest amount of time. I cannot stress that enough. Most of my videos are less than 5 minutes long because I try to get you the information and get you on your way. There's a lot of people making 12 to 20 minute videos and they don't even give you that good of information. So I would be very careful and very weary about listening to people on YouTube. I don't want to really dog on anybody, but I do consider myself, I think, to be having one of the highest integrity on YouTube. I do. Because I'm not going to BS you guys. Whether it's good or it's bad or I don't know, I'm going to try to give you that information. But honestly, there you go. Scorpnets just said it is still not out. And if he says it's not out, then I believe him, it's not out. So yeah, don't get drawn into it. Where is he? I got to check and see where he's at. I don't want to miss this. Beast. Yeah, he's at Rote. So we need to go back to Rote. Let's go drop off these prisoners. Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you. I could sit here and speculate all day long. That isn't going to do you any good. That's not going to get you your patch any faster. I'm just giving you the basic information, and that's all I can do for you. I definitely can't give you any answers. Oh, you guys should have it in a couple days. I already did that once because that's what somebody had told me. And look how long it's been. Hey, Arvid, Bonsai. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to BS you guys. When's it going to be out? I don't know. That's a really good question. I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't. Be very, very careful about clickbaity titles out there, especially when you're 5 minutes into the video and they still haven't even talked about it. Be wary of that. Just so much cash grabbing on YouTube, and it's just trying to promote integrity is what I'm all about. And a lot of these are being very disingenuous, trying to get views, and that's YouTube nowadays. And that's not what it's about. And I missed Archie. Hello, Archie. Battle strategies. I think if you're talking about battle tactics in general, I would say yes. All of my tactics work pretty well, so I would say yes. I think they work. I've already recorded 5 episodes of the new series. I still have to edit and upload them. I don't have them done yet, but I haven't run into really any problems. The only problem I really ran into was one time I had guys that wouldn't go up the ladder. There was still a pathing issue. That's probably the biggest bug that I've had in the game so far. I have not had a single crash. So I'm actually quite happy with it. Let's actually go over here. Are you guys at war with Landia? No, West and Sturgia. What do we actually want to do? The north? Boy, it's tough being in the middle of the map. Oh, it's completely, Archie, it's much better. What a lot of people don't realize is there was a bug in the block chance for the AI, and you could have 5 or 6 guys constantly attacking high, and one AI would block high constantly, and it would tie up a whole bunch of your guys. I wiped on so many bandit bases, it was ridiculous. However, that bug has been fixed. So you don't have that anymore, and I have noticed that it is much, much better. But the block chance for the AI is still higher than it was in 1.16. You're gonna notice it. You're gonna be like, whoa, this is tough. Even taking 2-on-1s is tough now, really tough. So prepare for that fact. If you're gonna fight multiple people at once, you could have problems. It's where I want them to actually make new difficulty levels instead of increasing it across the board. But I got blasted for that, saying I wanted to dumb down the AI, when in fact, it's everybody has a different skill set, is what it is. Nobody plays the same. You know, I'm not the greatest fighter in the world, so I want to play on a difficulty that is fun for me. But Tail Worlds was just increase it across the board. So you're going to notice a difference. Be prepared for that fact. A big difference. I'm getting used to it now, though, and I'm beginning to like it. It broke. It probably didn't break all your mods, Arvid. You need to go through them one by one to figure out what it broke, because it didn't break any of the dependency. All mine worked perfectly fine. So I think what it broke was one or two of your mods, and you got those mods in there, so they're conflicting. So I would disable all but the dependencies, and then add one mod at a time to find out which ones are broke. I doubt it broke every one of your mods. It's how I do it. When a mod, it says that it has to be shut down, I'll enable one mod. I'll load up the game, it worked, then I'll add another mod and keep doing that until the game breaks. Then I know that's the broken one. That's what I'll go ahead and do. So you can't just load up all of your mods and it doesn't work. You gotta be a detective to figure it out. I'm actually fighting pretty good right now. But I have noticed that archers are not as powerful as they used to be. Oh, have I noticed that. And these guys do not have great line of sight either. They should be able to hit most stuff, though, I would think. Exactly, Scorp. And that's why I keep telling people, don't believe it. Don't listen to it. There's so much speculation out there right now that you're not going to get anything out of it. So don't do it. You just have to sit and wait, is what you have to do. There's way too much speculation between I've heard a couple days, now I'm hearing it could take a week. That's all that is. It's just speculation. It's nothing else. I know a lot of people do that, but then they're going to be the prime targets to being hit by their archer. I mean, look at the, you know, you got, look at these arrows being stuck. You know, those are going to be going into, look at all those arrows. Those are going to go into your archers. You know, pay attention. All right, let's go. Let's rock and roll. No, I got the Grim Reaper Jr. There's nothing you guys can do. This thing is a monster. Who's next? I missed him. See how I'm going for the horses? Go for the horses. Let your guys take care of the people, but you get them off their horses. It's way more important. I'm too good for you. You guys gonna start running now. Oh, horse. Ah, I couldn't get him. Are you talking about when fighting? Because I had to get away from that stupid one. Get wrecked. That was one that I actually stopped using because everybody and their mother was using it. So I'm not sure if that's what you meant by catchphrase. That's the problem. I have a ton of mods and going through them takes a lot of time. I don't want to spend hours checking all the mods. I just want to play the game as fast as possible. So what you can do is you can load up a couple mods at a time, Arvid. Enable the dependencies. Dependencies should be 100% fine. Enable 2 mods and load the game. Even if you got 20 mods, that means you'd only load in the game 10 times. So load 2 mods at a time till one breaks. Then you know that's one of the 2 that are breaking. And then just keep doing that until you find the problem mod. And then just remove that from your list. And then keep going. Load the next 2 mods and see if it... Well, remove that mod and it should work. And then just keep doing it. I mean, you can see in the description, I have 4 dependencies plus what, about 9 mods? I don't normally even check Archie during the videos. I don't normally check my viewership. I don't really watch numbers anymore. Whatever I get, I get. So I might do it after the stream to check and see how it's going. And it does seem to be a little bit better. But that's, 127's out. And that could have a lot to do with it. A new patch will bring new life into the game, which will draw more viewership. It's entirely possible. That's all it is. And after a month, like normal, what happens with Bannerlord, the patches will then fall off, and then the viewership falls off. So I really don't even watch the numbers. That doesn't matter. It's nice to have more people. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to sound like I'm ungrateful for it, but it's not something that I watch. I try to be as happy as I can with the people that I have, whether it's 15 or it's 50. I just try to be happy with it and roll with it. But I do appreciate it. I mean, I don't want to sound ungrateful. That will come off wrong. Very wrong. Honestly, no, Archie, it's not. I'm kind of just having fun with 127. And I'm just an infantry captain. So I'm having fun. I've already done 3 world conquests, a live stream, and well, I can't remember how many were live streams. I know one was live stream and one I just completed offline. So I don't really want to do another world conquest. I want to try to keep mixing it up. And that's what I did. Besides, live streams are more about, for me, about interacting with you guys than it's about playing the game. To me, it's like 75% interacting with you and only 25% of the game. Do you get AXP for hitting horses? No, you do not, River. Where an offline campaign is more like 95% about the game and 5% about interacting with the people, even though it's, offline. That's just how I treat them. That's why I do so much talking on the live streams, because it's an opportunity for you guys to get questions answered about virtually any topic. And that's why I spend so much time doing other things besides playing the game. I figure if you want to see gameplay, you could go watch one of my offline campaigns. You could certainly do that. So that's why I treat the live streams so much differently. And they got 1,000. How many do I got in Ortesia right now? How many people are here? 400. We'll probably get them down. If I let it run out, they'll probably get down to about 400 or 500 troops. How do you get this much? It's why I tell people to listen to what I have to say when it comes to the game, because so many people figure that they got a smith or they got to do some type of hack. There you go. That's it. I fight big battles and I get a ton of loot. That's it. Unedited version. What's that stuff? Are you talking to me, Sup? How much wood, Diamond? I don't know. You'd have to go ask him. If you have the gall to go up and ask him, because he might eat your liver. So you got to be careful about that. Any relevant changes? Oh, yeah. And I'm assuming that's Commander. Oh, yes. I am in the middle of working on a workshop video. I'm about 20 hours into testing. So I figure I have about 10 more hours to go. Oh, yes. You are going to be quite shocked at the result. I hope to have it done sometime around Thursday to Saturday. I'll only be making workshop videos for the live branch going forward. Every live branch will contain a workshop video. Beta branches will not. With the way that they change and you don't have access to them, I'm not going to be doing that. Yeah, what do you mean by unedited version, though, Diamond? Are you, or was it Diamond? Wait a minute, was that Sup? Oh no, that was Sup. What do you mean by unedited version? Are you talking about when I don't edit videos? Because I've had quite a few people say that they prefer the unedited to the edited. But then, of course, I get a lot of people that say they like the edited content. So it's kind of a tough subject. See, they got 400 defenders. These guys are going to get down under 500. I can just sit here. Yeah, I prefer unedited. 100% prefer it. But I know a lot of people, and I'm actually thinking about making a second series unedited. I got the one edited going right now, which I've been doing, but I kind of miss my old style because I like to be able to talk. It's kind of the one bit, it's the one comment I got from somebody a long time ago that has stuck with me and why I don't like to edit. When this person said to me, I didn't know you could do that. And it was something that I actually would have cut out of a video. And that person tells me they never would have known had I not done the, full unediting. They never would have known. So I think that it would be edited, but to somebody else, to them, it's like a gold mine. They figured something out they didn't know before. So I prefer not to have the editing. And that's why I'm considering making a second campaign 100% unedited. For that exact reason. It's what I prefer to do. And without editing, it allows me to get more done. Infantry, a lot more done. All right, they're going to run. So we got to go to them. Thank you, RTS, for working. I'm a lurker and listening all the time. Hello, John, and shout out once again to all my fellow lurkers that are out there. I don't call you guys out enough. I know you are out there, so I try to call you guys out. I do appreciate all those lurkers that are in the background, not talking, but still supporting. So I try to call you guys out and at least mention you at the end of the streams, because there are some people that listen at work or while they're playing the game and not actually watching and just listening. So big shout out to all you guys. Unless I get riled up myself. Obviously, people that know me, I can get very dumb at times and I can get riled up with things that happen. Like with workshops right now, I'm not in a very good mood with Tail World over what's going on with workshop. I am not happy at all. And I was just actually on the forum. I'm not happy with them. Because workshops are in a terrible spot right now. Some are good. But you guys will find that out here in hopefully within 2 to 5 days. When I get the workshop video done. There are still some gems out there. But it is a complete culture shock. Ooh, he almost got me. Hello there. Next. Are they running? They're probably running. Ouch. I think somebody got me. I'm too fast for him. Way too fast. I love my Grim Reaper. Well, Junior. Just mowing through, mowing? I think it's mowing, isn't it? Right through them. I don't know if you can use both words. There we go. Hello, Richard. Passive income? Yeah, there's no good way to make passive income right now. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. Your best way of making passive income is a town. It's something that I stress to people because they fall into a serious... Ooh, who died in battle? Who is that? I didn't even notice that. Akard died in battle. The best way of making passive income is owning a fief. Hands down. And this is why I try to tell people, use militia. They don't cost money. So look at how much my fiefs are making. Except for Diathema, they're making over 2,000 a day. These are making over 3,000 a day, and Castle Bounds are making 500 to 700 a day. Well, actually, no, that's negative 700. Oh, these are all negatives. Why are you negative? 200 garrison. Oh, this is one of my Fion producing villages. That's why they're negative. These guys are only making Fions. Oh, and I did get improved garrisons updated. So improved garrisons now does work. We don't want to recruit prisoners. That was a mistake. And so let's go back to, yeah, that was a bad mistake on my part. We only wanted to recruit from region, and we only wanted to get Fions. So now you would go into training, add template, archer, battalion, and then put Fion champions. This now will not stop making any troop in the Fion line until it makes Fion champion. But of course, you don't need to do that with Noble line. They're going to automatically do it with Noble line. But that's actually how you use this, is you can go to, because the AI likes to prioritize archers. So what I can do is I can go to Ortesia, training, add a template, infantry, empire, and then whatever one I want, we'll pick legionaries. They will now, when they get recruits, only make legionaries until they fill 584 of them. That's it. They'll stop making archers. So that's how you use the improved garrison. But fief income is the #1 way. If you're not at war, then obviously caravans are great. And I will be doing a caravan video as well. Workshops, they're still a mess. I was on the forums the last couple days trying to get Tailworld to respond to me. They are still an absolute nightmare. And only under the rarest circumstances would I say to people to get them. Your #1 way to make money in the game is without smithing. Get roguery. Get up 75 to 125 roguery, and you are going to make a boatload of money. And that's how I'm making money. Between that and my fiefs, and you look, I'm making 9,000 a day. And I have 12,000 in garrison and party wages. DLC, that's a really sore subject. I think that Tailworld is going to do it, and I can only stress the word think. However, what I think is going on right now is that there have been layoffs at Tailworld. Now, I have absolutely zero proof of this, and I cannot stress that enough, that I do not know. However, there have been, from reports, approximately 10,000 layoffs in the gaming industry this year. And there is no way that Tailworld has not been affected. Between the earthquake they had, the terrible problem with their economy, and I mean it was awful, Turkey's economy. I don't see how it's possible that they were not affected by it. So I can only assume, because obviously Tailworld wants to keep their mouth shut, instead of being transparent, just come right out and say it. We're sorry, the finances have hit us very hard, as in the entire gaming industry with over 10,000 jobs lost. We've had to lay off some people, and therefore patches will take long. But we are once again very still committed to Bannerlord in general, and especially to you console players, and will continue to try to provide the best quality content that we can moving forward. I just came up with that off the top of my head. Off the top of my head. Didn't even rehearse it. Why can't you do that? I think you need to be transparent. And I try to be transparent with you guys. However, we are not getting that from Tailworld. We get mostly silence. Like they're afraid to say anything. They're scared. It's like, what are you scared of? Just come right out and tell people. You know, I have more respect for people that actually say something than just holding it back. Mounts or aim duration, I think we're going to go with mount. See, I don't know how much this affects it. I don't know how much it affects it for the AI, so we're just going to go with mount. Okay, you should have 1.1.6, I believe, Death Wish. That is the live branch. You only get the live branch. You are not allowed to have the beta branch. And I've heard conflicting reports on PS4. Some people have it, some people don't. So you should have 1.1.6, or if it's available to you, or it should be soon, 1.2.7. The whole question is whether or not it is available for you, which I think you should have it by now. For PS4. Definitely not console. Well, let's make that perfectly clear. What did I say that for? PS4, I mean at Xbox. Xbox is still awaiting certification, last I knew, which somebody just updated it and said, yes, Xbox still does not have access to it. Somebody just said that like 5-10 minutes ago. And that's what I rely on, is you guys. I don't have console, so I'm lost. I have no clue what's going on with it. I have no clue what's going on at Microsoft. I have no clue what's going on with the game in general. So I can't actually answer that. Your guess is as good as mine. When you guys are going to get it, who knows? Here we go again. Come on down. This is the trap technique I've tried to teach people. I got this little thing sitting here with 356 militia. They're going to take them down to about 400 or 500 troops. And I'm going to just sit right here, and I'm then going to attack them. What you have to worry about is the second army coming in. My militia will absolutely demolish them. Tailworld and Pumpkin hurt me because I love Bannerlord and Conan Exiles. I love Bannerlord. I could sit down all weekend long, all day long, and stream this. I have no problem doing it. But Unfortunately, I don't have the time. I'm working on a lot of projects right now. I got workshop, caravan video. I have an updated tactics guide that I'm trying to get done. I have quite a bit going on right now, so I don't really have the time to do it. And with the editing that I'm doing in videos, it takes a lot of time to edit. At least half the length of the video. So when I make, I normally, to put it into perspective, one of my Bannerlord episodes is about 1 hour and 10 to 1 hour and 25 minutes long. And I cut it down to anywhere between 35 to 45 minutes normal. Might hit 50 minutes. That's a lot of editing that you have to cut out and try to make sure to keep the story going. And Northern Empire's declared war. The Valandians will pay. Strat still doesn't have it out. I talked to him last night. He had to go take care of a couple rental properties for the last couple days. And so it wasn't out. He did mention, though, and this is kind of also one of the reasons why stuff is delayed for him. Strat said about a month and a half ago he was going to be moving. And that was going to be a 2 to 3 week process. He is in the process of getting ready to move. So, yeah, I wish the video was out, but it's just not out yet. I don't know when it's going to be out. It's been done for 2-3 weeks, almost a month now. But, you know, it's going to be on his channel. So, when he has it ready, he has it ready. He has not given me an answer as to when it's going to be ready. All right, so we got Diathema going. Where do you see how many troops when the AI sieges? I always get confused at what number of troops still alive. That's it right there. If you're talking, I'm assuming you're talking about these guys attacking. That's the 891 right there. If you're talking about this feat, it's the number before the wounded. They're never going to take this because I'm going to jump them any minute now because I do need to head to Diathema. Diathema's got 439 defenders. So I do need to head up there. I got wars on 2 fronts, so I'm not exactly certain. I'd like to go take Legata, and then that'll give me that. But yeah, I got the Northern Empire going over there. I'd like to actually eliminate the Northern Empire if possible. But let's go in and take these guys out. I don't want to wait too long. I've never seen it before, John. I have actually no clue what you're talking about. None. Why am I bouncing all over the place? I really feel like that there is some type of problem in the code right now. I've noticed that my cursor will jump around a little bit, and that shouldn't happen. We gotta move these guys up. Now I better leave them. All right, so they are coming in. Yeah, I know Conan Exiles, but I haven't ever played it. Goodbye. Incoming. We can get him off his horse. Let's go get us some archers. Hello there. Now I'm gonna get hit. I'm a bad boy. And that's about it. Hello there. You done. Another one. Boom. Have a good day. Still nothing on Xbox. There's our confirmation right there. Thank you, Devin. Hello, Dylan. I'm probably missing some of you guys. If I miss an actual comment from you guys, please mention it again. If you have a question or anything and I miss you, make sure you mention it. Or at least tag my name. Because I'm still trying to play the game. Even though we are talking and I do try to have fun, I want to make sure I'm responding to you guys. So, you know, it's not like I'm ignoring you. Because I got quite a few comments. It should be 1.1.6, not 1.5. 1.6 should be the live branch for the 1.1 branch. And then you would go up to the 1.2.7 branch. I'm not sure why I keep hearing 1.1.5. Are you on Xbox or PlayStation, Isaac? And thank you very much for that, Devin. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Why am I not looking for Apis? See how I'm doing so much talking now I'm not paying attention? I should be looking to recruit Apis. Where's he at? Okay, all right, let me go hit Apis. Then we got to go hit, maybe I should peace out with Blandia. I got a rough situation right now. Oh, wait a minute. How's he happy with his current liege? What the heck happened? Oh, he just would have joined me. Ooh, he must have got assigned something. Oh, he got assigned this castle? He got assigned 2 castles. God, I could have had him. He would have paid me to join. He got assigned 2 castles now. Now he won't join me, which means I'd have to take him. Hey, Jasper. On Xbox, Chaza, I hope your name is. No one but Microsoft knows. Hands down. As I've said before, don't let anybody fool you. Nobody knows. When they get it certified, you will get it. It's all I've been doing is listening to people in my community to find out who's going to get it. All right, so they're not sieging yet. I can tell by the numbers. I think we should probably peace out with Valandia. We'll receive that, so we'll go ahead and peace out. And then that way I'm not fighting a war on multiple fronts. I've heard so many reports, Isaac. I've heard people say a couple days. I've heard a week. Now I'm hearing a month. That's why I just stopped actually trying to guess anymore. The reason how I could tell that this is not being sieged is because you don't see prisoners. There's 440 defenders. If they were sieging it, then you would see plus W. So I know they're not sieging it yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to ride up here. We're going to take some prisoners, and then I want to take Legata. Hello, Domder. I heard somebody say that it normally took them a couple days. But obviously, as I've said, I am not console. So I have absolutely no idea. I just kind of listen to you guys and wait for verification. that's just it. There's so much misinformation out there right now. Like I said, I've heard a couple weeks, or I've heard a couple days, I've heard a week, now I'm hearing a month. Who knows? Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, when I get confirmation, I'm either going to make a short video or a post letting Xbox players know that they have it. But until I get that confirmation, I'm just not going to do it. It's just all it is speculation at this point. Now they're sieging. I might not actually get there in time. Soon. You got it, sup. Tailworld needs to hire a lot of people. Oh, they got it. But not for long. Oh, no, you don't. No, sir. Because we're going to get rid of their garrison. They got 261 in the garrison. That's 2 days to starve them out. Yeah, actually I just recorded, Jasper, the episode in which I'm going to start the additional role play. I was considering making a video in which I was going to explain why I'm not doing the little intros that I really want to do. And that really comes down to watch time. That the average watch time of my new series with that intro is actually less than my last series. So I can't spend 1 to 3 hours per episode, which is 3 days a week, when I'm getting less viewership than I did before. I can't put more work into less views. Even though I love doing it. I love telling stories. As you guys can tell with me nonstop talking and won't shut up, I love talking. And I love communicating. I love telling stories, all that fun jazz. But it was just, the views were just the watch time, not the view. Even the views were bad. I just couldn't justify spending that much time. Very sad, as I love doing it. I was hoping that I would actually get more views out of it, but I didn't get it. So I had to stop telling the story part of it. At least I got the intro so you know what it's about, and then I will explain it. All right, we can go now. Pure infantry, no cav. I think it's doable. Very much so. Yeah, I think the intro was pretty dang good. I really like it. The new birth and aging. Wait a minute. It is off. Do you not die to old age, and when you have a kid, they are 18 on the spot? No. What happens is when you die, Layden, hello. You can have anybody that is in your family that is 18 years of age take over. Is how it works. That could be your wife, your big brother, anybody who's 18 can take over. That's how it works. That will then become your main character. You can also retire now in the I think it was 1.2 branch. I don't know if it was 1.1 branch that it initiated. I think it was 1.1 branch did it. But you can go up to the hill right to the right of Rote and retire your character. And then you could just play as one of your kids. Oh no, I did not want to do that. Switch the axe. We gotta get rid of shields. Since I have double shield breaker perks. Don't want to get too close. Since I am the infantry captain, there goes your shield. They don't have shields, then I use the Grim Reaper. But with shields, oh yeah, definitely an axe. An axe will rule every time. So right now I'm not watching chat, just to let you guys know. Trying to pay attention to this in case I miss questions. He got me. Get out of my way. There we go. Yeah, just get out of my way. Still trying to just watch this as close as I can. I think we're starting to get a little hurt. Yeah, we are. Ouch. Starting to get a little low. I don't know how many reinforcements I have behind me. They're pushing us back. Say goodbye to your shield. There they go. All right, over to the Grim Reaper Jr. In a bad spot again. All right, back to the axe. We're back into some shields. God, look at this mosh pit. Yeah, I wish I could see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna have to catch up on chat. All right, I gotta back off. Okay, now I gotta go back. Let me get back, please. I am infantry captain, so I gotta be careful or they lose all the bonuses. So I gotta back off a little bit. Yeah, it's something that I wanted them to put into the game where you could make shorter days and in return you could double or triple the XP gain. So it'd feel more like a Crusader Kings 3 type game. That's what I wanted them to do. I thought that would have been cool. So maybe you could make it only 41 days in a year. But in return, with half the days, you would get double the XP. So you could still level, You know, I thought that was a great idea, but of course, as Tailworld states to me, they don't think that options are a very good thing. That's what they've told me. They don't agree with having a lot of options in the game. No, you just have to put up with what you have. Come on, guys. Yeah, come on back down here. You want to try that again? I didn't think so. Cowards. Alright, I'm down to nothing. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna lose. You've got to be joking. How is that possible? I got reinforcements. We're about dead even. There's no way. I gotta have more. Yeah, I gotta have more reinforcements. They're just not giving me reinforcements. And I'm almost down on life, so I really can't go in. Yeah, it was 900 versus 1200. So I've lost 6, 7. I still should have 200 reinforcements. Wait a minute. 800. No, 500. They've only taken down 500. No, I've lost 6, 700. Yeah, I should still have 200 reinforcements. And they still, it looks like, have 200 reinforcements. So it's about dead even. They just get a massive advantage in how many troops they get. Defenders always get. I think we're dead even right now. We're at 6, 730, 930, 980. I should still have over 200 in reserve. And they're at 3, 6, 8, 9. They should have less than 100. But you can see how I'm down to 229 and they have 289. That's 500 on the battlefield. Nobody's getting reinforcements. I do not like this new system. Absolutely hate it. I heard you say that. I think it was a good call to back them up. Oh, I thought I hit the button quick enough. Yeah, we're gonna get them. Boy, that was a woo. How many did I get? 66 of them. Yeah, that was a good call. I moved everybody back and put my archers right behind them. That was definitely a good move. Yeah, that sucks. 350 dead. Yeah, that really sucks. But I only got 7. You can see the difference what medicine does. I've only lost 7 of 53. They've lost 42 of 111. That's the difference what medicine does. How vastly different it goes. Look at this. He's actually lost more than they've been injured. We got it. It was a tough battle, though. I was hoping I would have got more kills. I'm still looking to hit 100 kills. I've never hit 100 kills in a battle without using siege equipment or rocks or anything like that. Never hit 100. Yeah, that was fun. I don't know if it's going to be video worthy, but it was fun. It was really, really good. You know, I'll definitely put it in, I'll make a separate video for it. I don't think that one is that great. Okay, now we can take troops. Because I have presence, I don't suffer any losses. We will take, well, actually, let me grab troops from here. This is another trick that a lot of people don't know. Click on the troop in your prisoner list, and if they have any, it'll pop up, and you can take them. If it doesn't pop up, then it means they have none. So just a little, what do you call it? Life hack or something like that? Game hack. I guess you could say. That's the easiest way to know. And I think I'm good with that because I'm going to end up taking 43 of them. Yeah, they had a lot of high tiers. They've been sitting there probably for a while. Good, I'm not going to lose any relation. All right, so we took that, and which I can take it. Which means how many? 330 in the garrison. Ooh, that's a lot in the garrison. Did they change the numbers again? That is a ton for the garrison. I wasn't having those numbers in 126. In 126, I was getting 1/10 of those numbers. I wonder if they re-altered it again. Wow. That's a lot to throw in a garrison. Which is kind of a good thing, really, if you think about it. You want to be able to stock up your garrison. And I'm low on food. They don't have any money either. They can't be negative, not with that much food. There's no way they can be negative. All right, now it's going to take me a minute because I do need to go through this. Let me grab the group. Wait a minute, do we have prisoners? Yeah, I got to take all these prisoners. Take them back to Rote. Take care, Dusk. All right, let's go outside of town and manage. I don't need anything. Get it over to train militia. All right. I got to give some troops away. After that battle, yeah. That's why I take the presence perk. I recruited all those guys and I didn't lose any morale. You couldn't do that, most likely, without it. And now we can give some troops away. They need troops. Very badly. I'm under the limit. You know what I should do? Look and see what's in the garrison. Oh, yeah. That's why. They got a lot in here. Way too many. Hey, it's only down to -17 now. Recruitment, not prisoners, region, 100. We'll go with 200. Training, through garrisons, tier 5, add troop, infantry, legionaries only. There. We'll get them training legionaries. Instead of stupid, although they're not going to be training anybody. Unless I go through and get rid of their militia. I do have a bunch of militia sitting in there. What do I want to get now? We should... I guess we're going to keep going with the throwing. We're going to get that eventually. Let's give some more troops away. Over to max. I gotta get rid of 70 troops. Wow. That's actually a lot to get rid of. But I wanted to get rid of a lot of the junk troops. Yeah, because I got all these guys in here now. I might have to let my people go. Climb parties. They're probably going to be quite low on troops. And there we go. Yeah, I got to get rid of these guys. So we need to get out of the area and dump these guys off. They're really low on troops. They need to be refreshed on troops. So let us head down to rotate. Wait a minute. All right, no prisoners. Let's go ahead down to rotate so we can drop these prisoners off with 95% reduced escape chance. Diathema, I'm going to take. Thank you. And I probably should be stopping at every village that I'm not doing like an idiot. So they can recruit some troops. There goes an army. I don't know what you guys are doing. Somebody else declared war. Sturgia. Ay, ay, ay. Which I put down there, don't know, which I should know. Considering I found my actual paperwork on that. Take care, Mello. Yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, GMT -5. All right, we're going to let these guys go. Just because they need to replenish troops. Apis has got me pissed off, though. I wanted to get him, and then he gets given those 2 fiefs, and now I can't get him. That really sucked. That's a governor. That's a person or a personal. It's surgeon perk. The other 2 are both governor perk. No, I don't. I don't normally use those minor or factions or mercenaries. No, I don't use them. There's no real reason for me to use them. They're not that great. I really want to get Legata, but I need more clans. Makes me so angry about this. I mean, maybe if I take 1 castle, it might actually work. Or so he's got these 2, but we'd have to go to war to get them. So who do I have as prisoner? Is there anybody that's worth recruiting? Or I'm only looking for 5s. And now I got Sturge all over me. They actually have no 5s. Every one of their clans in their kingdom, except for the leader, is 6. Well, all the clans in their kingdom are 4 or less, which I don't want. All right, we are going to go for... I'm just waiting for somebody else to declare war. This is not good now, because now I'm going to have attacks that are going to be... Keep hitting that. Coming from here, and then now these guys are probably going to try to hit here. So I'm going to have to get up north. But what I'd like to do is take Legata and then this castle, and then that would push them out of my area. Because right now they're hanging around in my actual kingdom. So if I head over here, we could push them back. Well, now I don't know where they're going. I can push them back into Rote. And are they even creating armies? This is the problem that I've had with the AI. No armies. They don't have a ton of influence, but they're tier 5 clans, and they won't make an army. Are you actually gonna siege that? I mean, it is impossible for the AI to take this. Those 284 militia will absolutely demolish these guys. They can never take it. That's a weird one. Although that is Mexico's programming that's caused that. But I still like it. It causes a lot more siege failures than sieges always succeeding. That I don't like. And that's what sieges were doing. They were always succeeding.
Infantry, move! Archers, forward! Horsemen, forward! Troops, forward!
All right, they're going to move up into there. So we're going to try... All right, now they're going to move back down. I want to get my archers into position. So let's put these guys there so the archers can have line of sight.
Move! Soldiers! Forward! Footmen! Form a wall!
Now we're in good range.
Archers! Move!
Yeah, we have pretty good line of sight right here.
Infantry! Ready yourselves! Archers! Face enemy!
Now they're going out of range. Crap. Right to my cavalry.
Infantry! Move! Archers, forward!
All I do is just run, run. Come on, guys.
Infantry! Line formation!
There, now they'll move faster. They move very slow under shield wall.
Soldiers! Form a shield wall!
Alright, now we can RTS it a bit. Hitting a lot of trees.
Soldiers! Forward!
Get my horse archers over there. Look at that, no kills. Wow. And my guy got hit. All those arrows, and I'm not getting one kill. That's crazy. That is astounding. I think they seriously reduced damage. Look, it's still 101 and 80. They haven't taken out anyone. We've 2-2. And we used half our ammo. They did something to archers. Telling you that right now.
Infantry, move!
I think what they probably did was reduce the damage.
Move!
Distance damage. That's been a common thing.
Troops!
The further you are away, the less damage you do. I think they seriously reduced it. Because then they're not going to do a ton of damage to shields. And I'm trying to be really careful about it. Look at that. They can't do anything. Wow. Remember when peons used to demolish everybody? Although I do have Palatines, and they're not bad. Let's just go.
Line formation! Attack!
We'll get my cab going here in just a minute once we get up here. Hello there. Hi. Come out wherever you are. You're not fast enough. Now when I got the Grim Reaper Jr. And it's not even legendary either. Think of this thing was legendary. Come here. I see you. Gotcha. Who's next? Nobody? Look for people trying to escape. No, I don't see anyone. If you're talking about Beyond's being so powerful, I don't have a problem with it either, because they're a noble line. The thing that I don't like is how easy you can get noble lines in the game now. That's one of the biggest mistakes I feel Terra World has ever made. By switching it from needing to have a certain power level to have noble line to just 2 out of, well, I think it's the non-headmen always have noble lines. I think it's one of the dumbest things ever. Because now noble lines really aren't noble. They're nothing special. You can just run over in 15 minutes, have an entire army of noble lines of virtually anything you want. I think it's really dumb. Do not agree with it one bit. I would like to have seen them turn down the power ranking. Now that I think would have been cool had they done that. I can't remember if it was 300 or 350 was the required level that was needed, where if you look at these guys, it says landowner powerful 230. I forget what the number was, but that power level had to be between 250 or 300, whatever it was, to have noble line. If it went below that, they didn't have it. Like that guy's only influential. He would not have noble lines, but now they all have them. The new update, if you're talking about just going from 126 to 127, it's not a big deal because they didn't do much, as they didn't want to introduce a lot because it is going to the live branch and they didn't want to introduce new bugs. If you're talking about the 1-2 branch in general, the entire branch, I like it. I like it a lot. The kingdom elimination mechanic is great. I don't mind the troops being a bit tougher. You can always just turn the difficulty down a little bit if you have a problem with it. But I think it's a great patch overall, the entire branch. I think it's good. I like it. Quite happy with it. Okay, Penton made one. I want to... We're going to get attacked here soon. Let me go try to take Legata. Should I pull... I should have people I should be able to grab now. Oh, no, he's got everybody. Yeah, they were OP before, but I honestly feel, Jasper, that once again, Tail World has gone in the wrong direction. They overdo things. They go from one extreme to the other. While they're OP now, when they take half of their arrows and get 2 kills, think about it for a second. It doesn't seem right. And that's what I get at with them. Like I said, I think they just go way in the opposite direction with virtually everything they do. They're just a little too crazy with it. And it's the difference between what I call a balance and a nerf. I think a lot of game companies, they want to say that we don't understand what it takes to actually make a game, which is a valid point. But I think a lot of game companies don't understand the difference between a balance and a nerf. And that's the problem that I have with them. If they want to talk about us, that's fine. They can talk about us not understanding. They don't understand either. I mean, it's not a big deal to me because I'm not the type of person that actually uses a ton of archers. The archers are not the mainstay of my army. The mainstay of my army is legionaries and cataphracts. Even though I have 57 peon champions, you don't see me going out and getting more peon champions. I don't honestly care. These are what drives my army. Yeah, I know it was in the woods. I get that. I could see it, a lot of them hitting trees, but half your arrows and only getting 2 kills. I'm like, eh. And I've actually been out in the open before. I recorded 5 episodes of my new series. So I've been dealing with it. And it feels like they went way too in the opposite direction. Now, of course, you do have the new system where certain terrain and weather patterns can affect it. So they definitely do have that. Damn. I'm gonna take Legato. I'm gonna lose that castle unless they go after it. They are mostly fixed. There is a little bit of randomness to them. Each patch, they might. Last I knew, they could have an extra 5 points here or less there. Once in a while, they could have a different attribute or focus point, but for the most part, they should be approximately the same every game. Just very minor alterations to them. Yeah, my infantry are my meat shield. That's their job. And then when the enemy comes in and they're occupied by my infantry, then I send in my cavalry. My cav takes out their cav, their archers, and then their infantry are not prepared for my cavalry, so they don't have their spears out. And then my cavalry can easily take them out. That's my tactic. And are my guys even going to intercept them? I'm looking at possibly piecing. No, I can't do it. I'm in a battle. I actually can't do it. I was going to piece out. Yeah, all the mods are in the description with the links to Nexus, and they are also in the exact order that I am running them. Everyone is on Nexus except for Encyclopedia Extender. All right, we can go now. And for all those people out there that are subscribing, I'll say thank you very much. I've actually seen a few people. Okay, you need to get a different one. I can actually give you the new GitHub link work. If you click on the link in the description, if you're talking about for 127, it works. I've downloaded it. No word on Xbox. The last I've had a couple updates from Xbox people since I started streaming. The last one was about 20 minutes ago, and there was nothing. So people have been trying to keep me up to date on Xbox. But as of about a half an hour ago, no. That all comes from people in the chat. I don't have console, so I rely on them. Come on, guys. There they go. There, get my archers in a nice line right across there. You guys will, you guys that are on console, you're gonna love the kingdom elimination mechanic. It is one of my favorite features of the game. It is so great now not having to put up with, 7, 8 clans running around with no kingdom, wreaking havoc constantly on you. It's amazing. I love it to death. Definitely one of my favorites. Just take all their feasts. And although I don't like the mechanic, I think the mechanic should be altered. I don't think you should lose your kingdom when you lose all your fiefs. I think they should have that 21 days to try to get a fief back to keep their kingdom. That I don't like. Then I think if the 21 days passes, that's when I think they should all disappear from the game. If they don't get hired by somebody else. It definitely could have been worked better. Okay, so there's a PS5 player that has access. And it gets me another confirmation. Oh, we just had to open door. Open the door, please. And there's a guy right there. He just won't open the door. And I gotta be careful because they're throwing rocks down. Ah. I don't think I'll be able to catch him. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've heard some people say that on PlayStation that they've had access to the beta branch or the live branch, and some have said that they don't. Like I said, I just try to contribute that or attribute that to different parts of the world have access to it earlier. I've gotten mixed comments on that, so that's why I'm trying to not speculate too much because I just don't know. And I don't want to feed you guys bad information, but I've definitely heard both ways on people having access to it. Xbox, we know that for a fact because people have been telling us. Yeah, I've recorded now 6 or 7 episodes of my new series, and I've had no crashes. And besides the siege bug, where you can get kicked out of a siege if somebody else takes it over, I haven't really noticed hardly any bugs. I had once where they stopped going up ladders. That I did have. Still a little bit of pathing issues, but it's not terrible. All right, what's going on? Is there a guy stuck in the wall again? Or is he on the outside? What's going on? I'm wondering if he's... Where's he at? I have no clue where he is. All right. 2 guys and they're trapped somewhere. They still don't have that fixed. Worst bugs. It would. I think it would have to be them kicking you out of siege. When you siege a higher rank in the kingdom joined your siege, then they take over the siege, and you can get kicked out of the siege. You can place any of the siege equipment, but you can't actually start the siege. It's a bug that Tail World knows about. If it's still, in fact, in the game, I don't know if it is. All right, they don't have a granary. Well, at least we got this. Look how low on food I'm getting. This is kind of what I mentioned before, that as the game goes on, it gets harder and harder to hold on to food. And I only have this for food variety. You put it inside your modules folder. Exactly where you put every you'll find it. Go inside your program files, Steam app, Bannerlord, and I think it's right inside of Bannerlord. You'll see the modules folder. It goes right inside of there. I actually have a video showing you how to mod. I call it Bannerlords for Noob by a Noob. I did it when I had first started modding. So I actually treat you like you're, a 10-year-old. So that way you'll understand. In fact, I think I'm gonna go for that castle next. Just go to my channel and search how to mod, and it'll show you how to do it. What new smithing stuff? I don't actually know because I don't smith anymore. So I'm missing out what you're talking about. They're coming down. All right, we're gonna go ahead. And did we lose it? We lost it. I'm thinking about piecing out with Sturgia. These guys are coming down here. They're coming down to Legata right now. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is I have what's smithing? Because I've obviously missed something. We'll take care of these guys. And now we'll go take you out. And because my guys got captured. Hold on a second. Now we'll go ahead and do it. I should have pieced out with Sturgia before they took that castle. That was a mistake. Because I can always go back to war with them. I don't know if they're coming after me.
Everyone, follow me!
I don't think they are. I think they're just going side by side. Yeah, they're going to go right up over this ledge where I'm not going to have good line of sight. We're going to do right here.
Fighters, move! Soldiers, forward! Woodmen, move! Archers, forward! Infantry, make your shield wall!
Boom. Oh, man, he didn't go down. Goodbye. Hello there. What, you guys running? Just block. Gotcha. Hello. Archers galore. No, not fast enough. Now with Grim Reaper Jr., you are not fast enough to stop me. Nope. There's their horses. Cab, fill up. I think that's about it. Except for their cab. Oh, yeah, you're talking about the modifiers. Yeah. Bent, crack, legendary. Yeah, the modifiers. Very nice. We showed it in the video, Strat and I did. The difference in value from the lowest to the highest from a bent versus a legendary can be upwards of 10 to 15 times the price. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean by that. And you get it from loot as well. So it's really cool. That's a nice addition. They just need to correct the money problem with it. There's some items that are legendary, but they're not as good of an item. So they actually have more armor than one that's regular, and they're not worth as much. So they definitely got to fix that. 71 troops. I can replenish all our troops now. And this is what I talk about with money. Man, I go, because I know somebody was asking how I make so much money. Even though I'm making 7,000 a day, I can exactly show you how when I go into town. But we got to get these guys dropped off first, or I am going to lose them. So let me get these handed off. And then well, actually, I don't want to run into town here, do I? Still got 50 to go. Is that 113? Got it first. Take them. All right, there goes Shiza. Hello, Shiza. You're probably going to watch it afterwards, so hello there. Well, I still got more left. All right. Let's go. We're going to go hit rotate. No prisoners. No, they haven't been. That's because they've been serving the king. So, I don't know how long it's been since I've sold in-game, but just to show people how much battle loot I actually have, You're going to be absolutely stunned to see it, which I don't think I've done this in a while. But this is how much loot I have on me when you take away the stuff that you could see is already marked that I won't let go. So I have right now 2.5 million. If I got rid of everything else on me, 3.3 million. I have over 800,000 worth of stuff on me that I could sell. It's all battle loot, is all it is. Which I do like to get rid of the horses. I need food. I'm getting down on food variety. Now, what we could do is we could go take out this castle. I mean, that's all they have left. And then they would just have 3 castles in a town left, and the Northern Empire would be gone. So let's go head up to this castle. I guess it's time to start eliminating people. Yeah, we're going to get rid of you. Actually, it's only 83. I might just RTS this real quick. In fact, I think I'm going to. I'm not even going to fight it. I'm just going to RTS it. I don't want to do tactics. I absolutely hate tactics. So I'm just going to send them in. There's no reason to even fight this. I'll just wait for it to RTS. Go to it, boys. I was trying to see if there was a response to my post about workshops, which of course there isn't. I'm really trying to get. I'm really trying to get Tail World to take an interest in trying to fix that passive income issue, and it's just not working. They're not paying attention. Wow. Okay, you can use that then. Okay, so from here, I could go ahead and throw in best way to run your feast. I keep losing money. Yeah, look at my kingdom guide. I've got 2 different ones. How to survive when you first make your own kingdom. Number one thing you're going to be losing, Scummy, is you probably have way too much in your garrison. That's why you're losing money. What I do is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Live by militia. Militia costs you nothing. They eat nothing. And as long as you have 25 loyalty, they'll fight. So you'll see that a lot of my towns, you look at how much they're making. These are getting down. I probably should have stopped these, but look at these. I only have 74 in the garrison, but I have 460. Look at Rote, it's going to be even bigger because he's got a governor. 669 militia. That's why it's making 3,000 a day, because I only have 100 in the garrison. Live off of militia, not off of a garrison. Have 100 troops. I have 100 troops sitting there. 100 really good troops. But I have a kingdom. I have 2 kingdom guides. One is older. It's about 20 minutes long. You want to look at the earlier one. It's only like about 11, 12 minutes long, but it contains more information, and that'll help you into running a fief. I honestly think I want to put anything in here, because I want it to go to militia. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely Strat and I, we got you covered. And I know other people as well. I have other people within the community. So if you guys need help, all you got to ask me, and I'll find somebody who's got a video, even if it's not mine. I will find you one to help you out. I know most of the people in the Bannerlord community, even though they don't know me, and I'll find something for you to make your life easier. Because a lot of us have concentrated on certain things. When it comes to the code, you've got Hero, who does amazing work looking into the actual code of the game. He's really, really good at that. He's actually going to be coming out with a workshop video, but it's not going to be kind of like mine, but almost a informational way to let you know about the game. So Hero's actually working on that right now, because that's really what he deals with, is the code. Where do we want to go next? I'd like to eliminate the north, but man, I do want to get that castle back. Let me go see how many are at that castle. Oh, I actually don't like doing that, Dylan. I think village hurt increases so bad that it's a waste to do. I honestly feel that way. It just increases so slow. If you check this out, you look at the hearth is increasing by 0.48 a day. That's 40 a year. It doesn't go up much. So I don't even really worry about the hearth that much, because it only takes one raid to knock it down, what, like 50 or something like that or more, for an entire week's worth of village building up to be gone. So I actually don't like it. I do not want to concentrate on it at all. I mean, it's okay if you have a governor that's already got it. Yeah. I mean, okay. But definitely not something I want to go out, unless of course it's like right on the line of being the next level, which is 200 and 600, I believe it is, increases how much it gives you from 0 to 200. It gives 3 food. From 200 to, well, 0 to 199. From 200 to, I think it's 599, it gives you plus 6. No, it's 6, 12, and 18. So 0 to 199 is 6. 200 to 2. God, what is it? Is it 600? Is plus 12, and then over 600 is plus 18. And I'm starting to question if it's 600. what I focus on, if you're, let me make sure I know what you're talking about. Increasing after your conquest, and that will help your towns grow larger, which in turn makes you more money. I will always concentrate on making sure I put to militia. Because even when you're then not at war, that's what you want to go ahead and, which I will go ahead and show you. Instead of putting this town on irrigation, or it's not irrigation, it's housing. That's prosperity. One of these, it could be growth, is village hearth. Yeah. You're not going to gain hardly anything. It gives you very little. But militia are going to keep it from getting taken over. So do you want to have better villages, or do you want to have better security not to lose your feet? It's just the, yeah, it does, yeah, it's mainly just the range that it sits without looking at Hero's entire code if you were to do one. But yes, that number determines how much food is sent, which you can see right here. You'll see that Marathia is given 12. All three villages are giving plus 12. That means they're between that 200 and 499 or 599. But that also does matter for village production. As that number goes up, they produce more goods to bring to town. So it is important. However, getting more money doesn't help you protect your feet. You want to protect it at all costs, which is why you see I have 671 militia. And now these guys are going to have a hard time taking this. 517 defenders. And here's a second army going over there. Nope, just that army. They're never going to take us. I can already tell by right now, there is no way possible that they could take this. They're going to have to abandon the siege. But what we're going to do is we're going to go up here and we are going to block anybody that tries to join them. And then we're going to let our militia do their thing and take them down to about 400 or 500. It's something that I discussed. I can't remember if it was in the first video I did it more. That video was like 19 minutes long, but my second deep guide, it's how to survive when you first make your kingdom in 2023. That one's only about 12 minutes long, contains more information. And between the two channels I had it on, it's already achieved like 130, 140,000 views. It's technically my most watched video, but it doesn't show it because I actually brought it over from my guides channel and it had over 60,000 views on the guides channel. And it's the exact things that I use. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, I got two options. I can either attack and go down there, or I could do a peace out. How many troops do you have here? They got 386 and they're not sieging yet. Now, do I attack these guys? If I attack them, then it'll be less to peace out. So instead of paying 1,200, it might be even. But the more that you pay, the less likely they are to declare war on you again. And I don't want to fight wars on multiple fronts. That's what I'm trying to stay away from. So I think I'm going to go ahead and peace out with them. And then we're going to rush down because I want to take out the Northern Empire. I want to try to, I don't think I'll be able to eliminate them today. But that's what we're going to attempt to do. How do you get it to spawn better armors to buy? And a smithy. That's it. Put a smithy in there and it will have better weapons and armor. It has a better chance of spawning them. You might not make money on the smithy, but it will get you that chance to spawn them better. And that, I think prosperity has something to do with it as well. I believe it does, from what I remember. So higher prosperity and putting in a smithy. How to oh, I'm sorry about that. How to fast forward in RTS. Okay, what you do is obviously when you get into a battle, I can't do it here, you hit L. Make sure you do not have the slow motion mode on and move it to the number 3. Then for me, it is the apostrophe key is my fast forward. It all depends on what you have it set up as your fast forward. And I'll show you it. They're gonna, it's the same thing right here. They're never gonna siege. They're gonna probably get it down. Well, I mean, they'll be able to siege it, but they're gonna get down to 100 or 200 troops. Yeah, that's weird. With smithies and high prosperity, they should be spawning them. You just might be really, really unlucky when it comes to RNG, I guess. You just must be really bad off on RNG. This is what I hate, man. The AI wastes so much time in sieging. They're not doing anything. They have all their siege equipment up. Look at that. So all they're doing is just wasting time. I mean, I'm wasting time too. You never know. It could be a bug. My guess is they're waiting to starve them out. Yeah, they're down to 85 food and they're losing 36 a day. I think they're trying to starve out the garrison, is what they're attempting to do. And that's the other reason why I tell you I go with militia. They're purposely doing that. They're only 3 days from starving it out and then starting to lose garrison. It's the AI's favorite strategy, is to try to starve things. But little do they know I'm here to ambush them, which they should know. Kind of. But it's not actually a smart... I honestly don't think it is. Because the longer you sit at a fief, the better the chance that another army is going to come in here and stop you. If it were me, I would want to siege as quick as possible. Because I don't want to get ambushed. Like what's going to happen right now with these guys. It may be smart in theory, but when you have an 862 army sitting right here ready to pounce on you, that's not smart. And they still aren't sieging. There's still a day to go. Until they get to that point where they're forced to siege. The game will force them to do it because they might run low on food or influence. But it's actually very dumb. They're going to be out of food here in just a moment. Now they're out of food. So they're waiting for my garrison to starve, which you could see they're at 81 with 20 wounded. It isn't going to help them. Because as soon as they siege, I'm going to walk. You're not going there. You back off. Which I think they're sieging now. They're still not sieging. They're going to siege any moment now. But they're going to end up losing. There they go. They're sieging. But they're going to end up losing 200-300 troops in the process. They're going to probably get down to about 200. because my militia are going to stop them. So now that this is done, now we'll go in and attack. Well, let me wait a second for daytime. Who is that? I better pull Penton into my army. Because I want to have battle orders. There. They can't do anything. A lot of things are a bad system in this game. The game is great. It needs to be, as I say, severely polished. That is the main complaint that I have with Bannerlord. It isn't polished at all. It needs so many things done to it.
Infantry! Move! Movement! Move! Cavalry! Forward! Troops! Move!
If they could just polish the game off better, I feel it could be a top 30 game on Steam. I honestly feel that way.
Infantry! Form a shield wall! Infantry! Move!
There actually, I thought there was Ruben. I thought that's, let's just go.
Kill them! Forward! Or charge! True! Move! Archer! Move!
I thought some things were locked behind tiers and things like that. And like I said, I don't know all the code. That's my friend Hero's thing to figure out. That was a 4-on-1 I just did. I took him 4-on-1. Not difficult to do with 275 athletics and having the Grim Reaper. The game is good. Like I said, just it needs to be polished. They added in the realistic weather. They've added in quite a few things. They could just do just a little bit more with the game. It could be really good. But they just don't want to listen to people. Especially won't listen to me. Oh, that's a given. They don't want to hear anything I have to say. But it's still, I think, my favorite thing to play. Even though there are other things, I mean, 7 Days to Die is a close second. A really close second. Especially now, it's a close second. Bannerlord was by far #1, but it definitely is not there anymore. It's a close one. All right. How many are in there? No prisoners in there. How many do I have? I've got 8 prisoners. Time to hit rotate. Then we'll come back up here. But 8 prisoners, I don't want to lose them. AI is better, but still too predictable. Way too predictable. Oh, they want to make peace with the Northern Empire. Well, that ain't happening. That's why I only have 2 vassals. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, like I said, they just get so predictable that I can, for the most part, tell you what they're going to do. All right, let me check my stash, see what I have in here. If I got food in here. Did I grab extra food? Like an idiot, I didn't. There's what I have for food. I got to start buying up a bunch of food. There's a mod, and I'm going to check it out. There's actually a couple different smithing mods. Where one you could order items and one you could upgrade items. That's something that I have to check out, but I'm really excited to look at that mod, the upgradable one. I know there's one where you could order, but they're kind of where they could have some issues with it, but somebody did mention that to me about upgrading gear, so I'm going to check into that. Yeah, I definitely don't want to peace out. You know, it's like you could take a regular, you could go ahead and take a regular weapon. I forget how they go. So you got rusty, dull, tapered, rigid, but you could take like a regular weapon, and I think balanced is next. You could pay a blacksmith to increase it to balance, and then it would get additional stats. Then you could pay to upgrade it to masterwork, then to legendary. That would then create a money sink. And as you would do if you create a legendary, the stats would be random on it. You can't just get what you want. And I think that would be a great money sink for the game. Put cows in a box. No, I cut them up. I want the meat. Nope. We're not piecing out. We're going to go try to take out the Northern Empire. Sadly, though, there's nobody I want. Not having all those tier 4s. I don't want tier 5 plus clans. I used to really enjoy smithing, but not so much. All right, he's over there, so why don't we go down here and take this castle? Yeah. We'll work our way up. We'll take this castle to this one and work our way up. That's all they got left. They've got three castles in a town, and the Northern Empire's gone. And all those guys can just go away for all I care. $244. I don't know if they're going to get anything online before I get there. It's going to be close. They're going to get it first, so we're going to have to build. I just don't want to lose that many troops. Even though there is only 242, I technically could go right now. That catapult, though, I feel is just going to have too much of a shot at hitting my guys. So I definitely don't want to do that. They need to go a little bit more in diplomacy. I mean, there's more diplomacy in Warband, although I don't know if it's flawless, than I think there is in Bannerlord. You had to send a messenger, and then what you could call persuasion affected whether or not you were successful at any type of diplomacy. Where here you just hit a stupid button and it's automatic. And I don't think that's right. I don't think you should just hit a button and it just happens. And that's where I still say Warband in some aspects is superior. I mean, I actually like the marriage system in Warband better. Beasts, how they actually joined your kingdom, and if they didn't have a peace, how you lose relations so quick. There's so many things about actually Warband that I like better. And what's getting sieged? Probably that castle. So let's go take this castle, and then we'll run up there. And the one good, really good thing about the diplomacy mod is the minimum days you have to be at war and the minimum days that you have to be at peace. It keeps you from having to you could cheat the system by piecing out all the time, or the AI could just peace out with you and then declare war a little bit later with all their guys that have been freed. So that kind of stops that. That's a really good system. But of course, as I said before, that is more like an option or slider system that Terra World doesn't think needs to be in a game. At least that's what they told me. I think that's what makes a game great, is having more options, but for some reason they don't think it. Exactly. I think there are some mods, and they have slowly done it. When you look at castle, or when you look at villages, the little icon above the village to show you what they make, that never used to be in the game. That was a mod. The weather system that is now in the game, you actually could see thunderstorms with lightning, and you'll hear the thunder. That was also a mod. So they have added mods into the game. There's not too much for me to do here. Let's just get RTS going. They need to get some more of these mods in. And it's not difficult. All you have to do is go up to the modder, and I mean, I don't know how the system works, but, you know, for all their hard work and great idea, offer them a little bit of money. I mean, they did it at full release, paying these YouTubers, what was it, $300 an hour or $200 an hour, something like that, to stream the game. You got money. You know, offer them a little bit of money so you can have full access and full rights to the mod. Like I said, I don't know how things work legally. I'm just kind of throwing it out there. But it also gives the modder, you know, a little bit of compensation for all their hard work. Because there are so many modders that have made great mods. I mean, you look what's in my list. I love all my mods. Get this done because we are starting to run low on time. And I like to push up north. I'm just not even worried about doing it because I'd have to climb up there. Which reminds me.
Everyone, charge!
You gotta tell them to charge or they're gonna mess around. Oh, I forgot to show you. Hit L. This will pull up the menu. This is how fast or slow you want the slow motion to go. If you hit slow motion, it'll go 3 times slower. But if you have it off, it goes 3 times faster. And then for me, I don't know where the key is. It's a key configuration. For me, it's the apostrophe key. Makes it go faster or slower. I was like, oh, wait a minute, I was going to let you know about that. It's a smart thing to do. It's like, don't alienate your community. It's like the worst freaking thing you can do. And these companies do it, and it's like, why? You know, you should love your community. Oh, I do have the 15%. Okay. You know, show them that you care. You're happy with the work they did. But most companies don't think that way anymore. Most. All right, we're going to go with this, and then we're going to go to train militia. 3 days. Prisoners. I got them both. All right, let's go. I mean, as far as hiring people is concerned, let me just put it to you this way. I offered to do free PR for Tail World, sign an NDA, and they never contacted me. You're talking about a YouTuber who has covered them exclusively for almost exclusively for 3 years, 1,400 videos, over 7,000 hours of game time, and wants to promote your game for free to the public, and you don't have anything to say to them. If they don't have anything to say to me working for free, what do you think they're going to do to people that are going to want to get paid or be hired? Which I think they've actually let people go. I don't think there's any way possible to get the gaming industry, with how bad it was this year, that Tail World being in bad financial situation in Turkey, that they were unaffected. I honestly don't think there's any way possible. All right, so they have 227 troops. We'll stay here for a little bit. La 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 la. $190. We could probably go in right now. So I don't think they can really afford it anymore after full release. I honestly don't think they can. I'm down to 94 morale. My food variety keeps dropping. Got him. We're going to have them about done. Many things that companies could learn by Baldur's Gate. And I think the perfect example of the video game industry, look at Starfield. I think it is the greatest example of how you can build up hype and not deliver, and what can go wrong because of it. Without a doubt, you look at a game that was hyped up to be the best game of the year, and it got nominated for one video game award. One. And it didn't even win. And it's funny because it's actually sitting on a Steam award for the most innovative game. I was like, are you kidding me? You're gonna call, how does it even get nominated for that? Starfield most innovative? What I consider Starfield is a great game to play for 100 or 200 hours, and that's it. Without a doubt. There was a 4-on-1. After about 100, 200 hours, I think it's absolute trash. You're just doing the same thing over and over again, except for building up your character. You're building up nothing else. I had a great time for 200 hours. But after that, and I'm sorry to say to people that if you can't deliver on a game, you shouldn't be in the gaming industry. I get really tired of hearing it, because now Starfield's actually taking the route of Disney, in that they're attacking people that have given bad reviews. It's really sad what they're doing. They're just attacking them. It's really horrible what they've done. They're now going after all these people with negative comments and just attacking them. You don't know what it takes to make a video game. Maybe I don't know what it takes to make a video game, but I know what makes a video game fun, because I've probably been doing it longer than some of these developers have been alive. And that ain't no joke. But they don't want to listen to the community. It's exactly what is happening. Grim Reaper's too fast for you guys. The only way I'm getting hit is by the stupid archers. No, 5-on-1 isn't good. Exactly. That Toker, that's a really good analogy. That is really good. Or it's like you don't need to be a mechanic when you hear a knock in your engine. You know there's a problem. And that's a really good point. Just because I'm not a developer, I don't understand it. But don't hype something up to be so great and then not deliver. And I mean, I'm sorry. Some of the dialogue in Starfield is the worst I've ever heard in the world. It's so terrible. It is ridiculous. And I don't normally like to say things as I don't want to give out spoilers, but oh my word. It's some of the things they did in that game. It's another one of those games where I don't even want to make a video on it. Because it'd be so negative with all the things I could point out. But yeah, the dialogue is just awful. It's like, who wrote this? I mean, I don't want to get offensive or anything, but do you speak English? Because some of the things that are said in there, and it's like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? It gets me actually confused. Don't you have anybody check over your work? I mean, gosh, I want to make a point, but man, do I hate giving away spoilers. Because I have the perfect one to show how absolutely crazy they went in going over the top with something. And I mean, they went way over the top. But like I said, I hate to give away spoilers to people. Okay, so they're done. All they have left is 2 castles in the town. The game is, if that's what you meant by it, Ruben, being empty, you're right. Starfield is so empty. Yes, they have a lot of quests, but the world, it was supposed to be the big draw of 1,000 planets. And they just feel so dead. You might have some animals or maybe a ship landing once in a while. There's a couple spots where there's a base, but it it feels really dead inside. It really, really does. I think it was one of those things where they built up the hype for the game and they couldn't deliver. That was the problem. When you build a hype for something, you have to be able to deliver on it. And if you can't deliver, it's going to suffer. You know, and people talk about Baldur's Gate 3. I don't think if I had gotten into Baldur's Gate 3 that it would be that great. Because I don't think Baldur's Gate 3 is a tremendous playthrough type game. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to do 20 million guides. That's not the channel I want to be. Baldur's Gate is great for guides. Oh, geez. It's amazing for guides. Italian Spartacus is going freaking nuts. He's doing so many guides, and a lot of them are doing really well. But that's not the type of channel that I want to be. I'm not even going to take them. You know, I want to have whatever game is popular, and I want to be able to do playthroughs and live streams. And, you know, that's the type of channel I want to be. Yeah, I'm kind of... That's a real tough one for me, is the fast travel. They did say they were going to do different ways of traveling. It would just... to me, it's the easiest way to describe it is how that person, Ruben, described it. Empty. It feels very barren compared to what a game of that caliber should have. It just, there's no way you could live up to that hype. And then they want to talk about how it's difficult to live up to that hype. Baldur's Gate free. I think they showed everybody how to do it. It's just other companies are either too lazy or don't care about doing it. Like the day after whatever the scam one that just hit. Whatever that scam one is. I think that kind of showed you what everybody was talking about. All right. So now we got the Western Empire. Now I could get Apis. So what I should do, I'm thinking I'm still going to have to peace out with them. Consider making peace. You only need to pay 10,000. How ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'd love to go take his 2 castles, but I think we're going to have attacks coming in here. So let me go run over and get grapes and olives. Yep. I've watched on that game. It looks like a complete cash grab. And I sadly hate to say this. Not to that far an extent, but I believe console was somewhat like that for Bannerlord and Tailworld. Console could never live up to what PC did, and you couldn't live up to the hype of Bannerlord, especially when you don't have mods, console commands, you can't have access to the beta branch. How can you ever live up to what the game was on console compared to PC? But yeah, you say that the console people are so important. While it didn't feel like a scam to me, it definitely felt like a cash grab. 100% a cash grab. I don't honestly think that console matters that much to Tailworld as they think it does. That is one thing that I absolutely love. Okay. A lot of people have not been watching my 7 Days to Die series, and yet I still play it. The reason why I play it is because of just the way that the game is. It's one of those games which you could say is like Starfield. You don't have to do anything. You can, for the most part, do anything you want to do. And that's what I love. I love the fact that I can load up 7 Days to Die right now, and I could either go mining for ore, or I could go do questing, exploring the cities. I can do basically what I want. Nobody's telling me I have to do something. That's what I love about games. You know, when you don't have that. So that's why I actually play 7 Days to Die, because I love the game. It's not doing great on viewership, but I hope one day to be able to build that audience is what I'm hoping to do. If you really watch those sup, I've watched a couple videos on it. Do you realize that virtually everything about Days Gone was taken from the asset store and just implemented, including some of the promotional material, is actually cyberpunk? It's really crazy when you really look at it. They didn't do hardly any work on the game. They just took a lot of assets. Wow. Wow. I've seen Sons of the Forest. I'm pulling everybody over here. Oh, come on. Seriously. You hover over it, nothing happens. There's the only problem, though. They're down to 258, and they're already now down to 2,500 troops. And I got more troops on the way. $1,600. But we still got 200 troops left. They're down to 2,200 troops. $170. They're now down to... Now, wait a minute. They got a little bit more. They got 2,300. So they got 2,300 troops. That. Yeah, it works. Yes. It's in the description. I think I know everyone working on this one. Oh yeah, it still works. All my mods work. It didn't break anything. This would be 2,200. Yikes. Wait a minute. Gosh. I really hate to do this to you guys. I don't think I have time to finish it. I think this is going to be about a 15-minute, 20-minute battle. And I don't want to go over 3 hours. I really hate doing that stupid cliffhanger to you guys, but I'm trying to keep these under 3 hours, and I only got 10 minutes left. I'm never going to finish this battle in 10 minutes. And I don't want to run over because a lot of people watch this as a VOD. Yeah, traits need to be much more flushed out. That's what I mean by the game needs to be polished, Dylan. That's exactly it right there. Traits need to play a bigger factor. And dealing with anybody or mercy. If they're not merciful, they should have more of a chance that they're going to execute. If they're honorable or merciful, maybe they'll let you go in battle. It needs to play a much bigger role, and it doesn't. And that's what I think that polish needs to come from. And it hasn't. There's so many things. Like I said, it could be a top 30 game on Steam if they would just take out the time to do it, and they won't do it. They're never going to. Whether they want to be able to or the corporate suits are telling them no, they're just not. So we're going to have to take this out on Wednesday. I just don't have the time to do it. They're at 1,060, 1,070. $2,260 is what they're at. So, yeah, we'll just have to get it done. Oh, there's a lot. One of the greatest things that I loved about Warband was when you were the marshal and you called somebody to your army, if you had low relation, they might not even come to your army. I could have somebody minus 100 and they'll come running to me like they're happy as a clam. Think about that for a second. If I have negative 100 relation, why would I want to go help somebody take over a fief that they're most likely going to get? That makes 0 cents. That's why I keep telling you there are things about Warband that blows Bannerlord out of the water. It's simple things like that and not being polished. All right. We're definitely not going to get that done. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to run through the wrap up right now. The only thing to care about relation, really, you might get them a little bit easier to recruit, or they won't raid your villages. That's it. Literally, that's it. Yeah, you could say vote for you, but that's not really a big deal. Relation should be everything. Back then, it was all about, you know, developing relationships and forming. I mean, you think about it back in the day. That's what it was about. Who would support you? Who would be there? It should be all about relationships. And yet relationships, they feel shallow. And they shouldn't feel that way. Okay, I'm going to put a stop to it right now because we are starting to get late. And I would like to chit chat with you guys afterwards. So we ended up piecing out with Valandia. We did get attacked by the Sturgeons. They did take this castle. But I also pieced out with them since I was going after the Northern Empire. And we have gotten the Northern Empire down to now, as you can see, just 3 fiefs, and they are gone. But we just got declared war on by the Western Empire. In the last wrap-up that I did, I said how I wanted to get Apis, and he wasn't going to cost, he was going to actually pay to join me. He ended up getting 2 castles, therefore making it impossible for me to get him. Actually, now I can get Apis, because we're not at war. He's here. He's in one of these armies. There he is. If we can capture him, which we're gonna capture him, somebody in our army will. The bad thing about this is I don't own this town, so there is a small chance that Apis could go into the dungeon, and I don't think I can talk to him. If not, if he gets captured by us, I can recruit him, and I will be able to get both of these castles. So this is the one drawback that I have, as this is the only fief I do not control. Now what I could do is try to take it away. I can actually do that. What I could do this. Now I'll be guaranteed to get Apis. And I can always just give it right back to him when we're done. So now when we defeat them, because the garrison and militia will help, anyone they took prisoner, I wouldn't have access to them. Now I have access to them, but as soon as we're done and I recruited Apis, then I could give a couple pieces away. And that's what we're going to take on, is we're going to take this army on. They've got about 2,300 right now, and I've got 600. And I'm also going to have the little bit of militia and garrison helping. But we're going to have to go right away. It's going to take a while. And I'm going to end up taking all of these guys as well. I'm going to recruit all of these. So it'll be a nice, fun battle that we're going to go have. And that'll be the start on Wednesday. So everybody that's watching, you want to make sure you're here at 2 p.m. Eastern, GMT -5. Or else you're going to miss the battle. So I don't honestly think you guys want to miss the battle. Besides that, I'm not sure how we're going to handle this. I'm just trying to get rid of the North right now. I am not sure how long we're going to stay at war, but we might just stay at war with the Western Empire just because of how much it costs. Tailworld's ridiculous with their piecing out money, so you don't abuse the system. I don't use a mod manager. I do everything manually. I don't use Vortex. I don't use anything, BLSE, nothing. Just go to my channel and search how to mod. And I show you how to do it manually. All you do is unzip the files and throw them in your modules folder. That's all you got to do. Easiest thing for me, because if you go buy anything else and it changes, then it wants to update it for you. And I don't want it ever updating for me. I only update it when I have to, when there's a problem. I don't want it being done automatically for me. So I think that is about where we're at. Since there's also 3 minutes to go. What's in store for 1.3? Very good question, Melvin. I have no freaking clue, because the devs, no, they do not talk to me at all. I haven't had a developer visit my stream in a year, over a year. They used to come in my streams all the time. If you search my channel for a playlist, you could see the devs respond, where the devs used to talk to me. However, I've been somewhat critical of them in certain areas, and they've taken it personally, and they don't want anything to do with me. I'm trying to get them to work on workshops. I'm trying to get them to improve Sturgia, to improve Botania, and they won't even respond to me. So I was critical of them. I burned a bridge. I didn't remain neutral like a lot of YouTubers out there right now that try to remain neutral so they can get that. I stuck to my guns, and I told you, and I didn't hold back anything. I said that I would always be brutally honest, and that cost me the developers talking to me. If that's what happens, I'm fine with it. I'm not here for the developers. I'm here for you guys. But they took it personal. I can't take it personal. You know, if some people don't like me on YouTube or I get bad comments, I can't take it personal and treat everybody else with disrespect. You got to live with it. It's that simple. It's not a big deal. But they take it as a very big deal, and they won't talk to me anymore. Like I said, I haven't had one in over a year. I can pull up live streams from over a year ago where developers, and I won't call out their names, used to visit me, and they just don't do it anymore. But I'm fine with it. I'm totally happy. So let me just say, okay, first of all, to all the people that subscribed, I know quite a few people did. I didn't call out all those names. Thank you to those guys. Isaac signing back up again. Welcome back, Isaac. It's so good to have you back, my friend. Hello to all the lurkers out there. I don't want to forget about my lurkers, you guys. My queen, our anniversary is 12 days away. So I look forward to celebrating that, because I'm probably sure that you're going to watch the VOD and you're not going to be here. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my guns. Like I said, I care about you guys more than I care about everything else. Logan. So I'm not going to run through all the names, as we're right at the 3-hour mark and I want to get going. Because as I said, I want to try to keep these under 3 hours. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that. All I'm going to do is say thank you to everybody for being here. I will hopefully see you guys again Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, GMT -5. And hopefully we'll have some good news for you Xbox people. So thank you to everybody for being here. And as always, a special thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members for their continued support. I will see you guys hopefully again here in 45 hours from now. As always, my friends, take care and thanks for watching.